Hi, welcome to today's community chat. We're going to be speaking with Karen Joyner, CEO of the Virginia Peninsula Foodbank. We're going to be speaking about the emergency SNAP benefits ending this week for a lot of Americans and a lot of people in Hampton Roads. So we're going to talk about how this is going to affect the community and how it'll also affect the food bank. So bringing Karen on. Karen, thank you so much for joining us today to talk about this very important issue to so many people in our community and the food banks.
Thanks for having me so soon again.
Absolutely. And I think, I'm going to refer to some things we spoke about in our last conversation, just because we had spoken, a month leading up to this. And now that we're here, we can talk about some of those things that you may have expected. And now if you're seeing any of those issues come to light or, what you're expecting to happen over the next few months. Well, I just wanted to start, just for anyone new who maybe did not see the last chat, could you just, introduce yourself and tell us about your role at the food bank?
Sure. I'm Karen Joyner. I'm the Chief Executive Officer here at Virginia Peninsula Foodbank, and I've been in this role almost 10 years. Be 10 years April 1st.
And that is why we can have you, as our food bank expert, if you will, coming in to sort of speak about, what we're seeing and what people are already seeing across the country, because some of the benefits did end already in some of the states. And then this week, we're seeing the end for, I think it's 32 more states and territories that are going to feel, the weight of this. So, to start for anyone watching, just so you know what we are talking about. So the SNAP benefits ended this week. So as of March, the emergency SNAP benefits ended this week. So as of March, at minimum, if you were accepting some of these emergency SNAP benefits, you're receiving $95 less a day at minimum.
At a minimum.
Yes.
Yes. In the state of Virginia, the average is closer per household. The average is closer to almost $200.
Wow. And that's significant. We can all speak from experience going to the grocery stores, especially in the last few months. The grocery bills have been significant for anyone in this community. And so with the rising prices of eggs and some of those more stock items, at least in my household, it's hard to figure out, where that income is going to be made up with rising rent and energy prices and so forth. At first, I just want to ask you, I know it's only been, now we're on the second day of the change, but, what are you expecting to see or what are you already seeing?
Well, the change comes really on a monthly basis. So when individuals or the individual households receive their Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, benefits, they're loaded onto an electronic benefits card. And so that's a once a month process. So it's not going to be something that you're going to see hit at a particular time during the month. It's going to hit all month long because February was the last month that any household in the United States is receiving the additional amount that was authorized by Congress back in March of 2020. So they've been getting these benefits for a long time. And in the midst of rising costs, it's just hitting at a really bad time.
Right. And, for those last few years, just thinking of the things people dealt with, COVID, job loss, now they're dealing with inflation, rising grocery prices that seem to not end. So if you have none of that extra SNAP benefits per month, what's that doing to the income you're already stretching thin?
Well, even before these emergency allotments have gone away, because again, March is really the first month where we're going to feel the hit. Our food bank has already experienced a 30% increase in the number of visits to us and our partner agencies in the month of January. I don't have February numbers yet, but the month of January, we experienced a 30% increase. So until we get further into the month, I wouldn't be able to estimate, but I have to believe that it's going to be another at least 30% this month and probably 30% in February before this ever happened. And that's because of the rising prices more than anything. Um, Besides not receiving this emergency allotment, every time you go to the grocery store, everything's up about 10%. My husband looked at a loaf of bread that I bought on Saturday and said, "This looks a lot smaller than it used to." And I said, "That's called shrinkflation. The price might be the same, but you're getting less. So you're going to have to buy more and more." And so all of these factors are going to hit those who could least afford it.
And with that 30% increase, I mean, what's your donation status right now? How many people are giving to the food bank?
Well, I don't have a number of how many
Oh,
people,
yes,
but
but
our food donations are down significantly. Ironically, I ran some numbers for the months of January and February together. Our food donations are down 30%. So our number of visits to food pantries and the food bank's mobile pantries are up 30%, and our food donations are down 30%. So we're just not keeping up with what's going on out there. We received a kind of a pot of federal money towards the end of 2022, where we purchased $500,000 worth of different foods, and it is just flying out the door, and we're almost through all of that. And without any food donations coming in, our shelves are really getting pretty bare.